Tesla Death Ray Part 2. Unfortunately, the US government would go to extremes to stop Tesla from getting any backing, as they wanted to be the only nation to have such a powerful weapon. So over the next few years, Tesla's labs were continuously raided, but they never got their hands on the blueprints for the Death Ray. This led many to believe that it was just an idea manifested in Tesla's head, that it never came to fruition. But all speculation would be put to rest on his 78th birthday when he announced his invention, when a reporter at the gathering would ask him exactly how far along his experiment was. To which Tesla would reply, "But it is not an experiment. I have built, demonstrated, and used it. Only a little time will pass before I can give it to the world." But his critics would say, how is this possible? How could he possibly test such a powerful weapon without the world knowing? This brings us to the meteor. What many don't know is Tesla actually started working on the Teleforce in the late 1800s. And he would execute his first test run on June 30th, 1908, but it was nowhere near New York. It actually took place thousands of miles away in Siberian Russia, in a remote forest near Port Kamenaya, Tunguska River. This is where an unexplained force caused a massive explosion. The said explosion flattened over 500,000 acres, or 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Russian scientists concluded that the explosion was the equivalent of 10 to 20 megatons of TNT, around 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Witnesses reported seeing a blue beam almost as bright as the sun passing through the sky. They'd explain a bright flash and a loud explosion followed it. After a lengthy study, Russian scientists concluded that it was an asteroid impact. But how could an asteroid impact take place where there was virtually no crater? Due to this fact, they would decide it must have exploded above ground. What they didn't know, that there was another side to this story. Many scholars believe that Tesla built his death ray in Wardenclyffe on Long Island, and he would test this death ray in 1908. According to his calculations, he was supposed to hit somewhere in the Arctic, but he missed his destination, overshooting it by thousands of miles. Instead, his beam would make contact in the Siberian forest near the Tunguska River. After hearing about this event, Tesla was thankful that nobody was hurt, but he determined the weapon was too dangerous, so he dismantled it, eventually coming back to it. And still 100 years later, no trees.